Hello and welcome back to the Dubai Sports City. We are at the ICC Academy, one down and one more to go in our double header on this lovely Super Saturday. The first game went to a cliffhanger and this one promises to be another exciting one. Without much ado, let's go straight to the toss with the two captains.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to match number 13 of the ICCA Arabian Cricket League 2024. Brought to you live and exclusive from this beautiful venue here at the ICCA Academy Oval Grounds in the heart of Dubai Sports City. And it's going to be two very good teams going head-to-head against each other. It's going to be the Daredevils taking on the DCC Starlets. I've got to my left the two captains, Mr. Mohit Raghav, skipper of the Daredevils, and also Mr. Ramiz, skipper of the DCC Starlets. I also got the match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. It's going to be Mr. Mohit Raghav who will be flipping the coin. Tails is the call.
It is tail.
You've won the toss. What have you decided to do?
We're going to have a bat first.
Any particular reason behind that?
I think there's a bit of dew factor, but dew's already there. I think because of timing, not much is going to change, but we have a decent bowling lineup, a good fielding side, so we look to defend.
What do you think is a good score here?
I think anything above 160 would be a good total.
Brilliant. All the very best and go well.
Thank you.
Mohit, you've lost the toss today. What would have you done?
I wanted to bowl first, so yeah.
All right. So what do you think is a good score to limit them to?
I think anything around 150, 160 is going to be a good total for us to easily chase here.
How's it playing 11 today?
We have few changes. Aziz is out and Sony is out. So we have Kiran back and Charit is back as well.
Anyways, all the best and go well.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. So the news from the centre, the DCC Starlets have won the toss and they've elected to bat first.
Well, the DCC Starlets winning the toss and deciding to bat first against the Dubai Daredevils. And really under the lights, it's going to be a very, very interesting game. Both these teams are in the middle now. The umpires are also in the center. So play is about to begin any moment. Mohit Raghav, the captain of the Daredevils, getting his team organized. In fact, he's got the ball in his hand. So, no, he's just taking his steps to make sure that everything is in place. Is he going to open the bowling? We'll just wait and see. In the meantime, the DCC Starlets batsmen have walked to the center. We'll quickly give you both the teams in a second. And some discussion going on between the captain and Shahzad. And I think Mohit has got the ball in his hand. So captain leading from the front. And he will open proceedings for the Daredevils. DCC Starlets batsman taking guard. Slight breeze blowing across the ground. Temperatures are going to drop further as we get into late evening, into the night. This is the second match of our double headers. The first one went down to the wire. Dubai Wanderers winning that by 4 wickets. And this one also seems to be a cracker of a game with the DCC Starlets winning the toss and batting first. Here's the first delivery. Mohit. Nicely played into the gap. And the runs off the first ball itself. Vaibhav, the batsman, opening the scoring. And good to get runs off the first delivery. Gets you moving, gets your feet moving. And always confidence comes when you hit the ball in the middle of the bat of the very first delivery of the match. So Vaibhav and Ramiz are the two openers for the DCC Starlets. And Mohit Raghav, who's the captain, has taken the mantle of bowling first. This one is straight into the body. The fielder quickly tidies up. Dot ball. Lots of cricket going around the world at the moment. Nicely played. Good call for a single. Quick call. And the non-striker responds. Three for no wicket. The DCC Starlets, after winning the toss and electing to bat first. As I was mentioning, a lot of cricket going around the world. We are coming to you live from the ICC Academy. Of course, India play England in Hyderabad. West Indies are playing Australia at the Gabba in Brisbane. So lots of cricket around. But let's get back to the action, coming to you live now. First over in progress. And the bowler goes back to his bowling mark as the batsman wasn't ready. And it's going to be Ramesh to face his first delivery. This one is outside the off stump. Very close to the tram lines. But it goes in the book as a dot ball. Oh, they've gone upstairs. The non-striker was out of his batting crease, and this is very good awareness on part of the Daredevils. And they've quickly thrown the ball, which has hit the stumps. We'll have to see if the batsman is in or not. It's a little blurry at the moment. But I think the non-striker has made his ground. But we'll wait for the umpire signal. And yes, it's not out. So the non-striker was quickly back in his crease. Good to react, but all-round good cricket. Good awareness by the Daredevils. Once again, a good delivery, a tap and a run. So 4 coming off the first over of Mohit, and the DCC Starlets are 4 for no loss after the end of the first over. Four for no loss after electing to bat first. The DCC Starlets, Vaibhav on 3 and Ramesh on 1. Ramesh Shahzad to take strike. And Afridi is the new bowler from the Daredevils. This is in the air, but slightly away from that fielder. This will be the first boundary of the Starlet innings. Nicely played on the up. Just eluding that fielder. But nevertheless, the ball goes to the boundary. So the first boundary for the Starlets in the air, but away from that fielder. Who had come in from the boundary. 8 now with that boundary. Change of bat for Shahzad. He'll feel confident after getting to hit that ball off the middle of the bat. Shakir Aziz. Let's see what he comes back after being hit of the first ball. Once again, this is beautifully played down the ground. No need to run for those. And that's another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries now for Shahzad. And the Starlet innings has got underway now. Lovely timing. The footwork was perfect. And he just placed it down the ground for a boundary. So Shakir Aziz is under pressure now. 2 deliveries he's bowled. Both have gone to the fence. Oh, this is pulled in front of Spade Disdain. This is one more into the fence. Really, this is Ramesh Shahzad leading from the front. This was a bit of a half-tracker. Asked to be hit, and with the field restrictions on, once you clear the infield, it's going to go to the fence. 3 fours in a row. And the Starlets have already started as stars. 16 now for no loss. We are in over number 2. And this could be a very, very big over for the Daredevils. Once again played nicely into the gap. But there is a boundary rider at third man. And 1 more to the total. This has been a good over so far for the batting team. 13 runs already in the 4 balls. Thanks to some good hitting by Ramesh Shahzad. 3 boundaries of the first 3 deliveries of this over. He's up and running. He's on 14. Vaibhav is on 3. Ramesh's strike rate is at 200 now. What a start for the DCC Starlets. He can't pierce the infield. A rare dot delivery in this over. Full toss, but played straight to the man on the cover fielding end of the over. So this has been a good over. 13 runs coming off it, and after 2 overs, the DCC Starlets are 17 for no loss. Mohit Raghav to start his second over. Economic first over. Just 4 coming off it. But he'll have to stop the flow of runs because the next over went for 13. Can he come back with a good delivery? Ramesh on strike. Once again played straight down the ground, but this time it'll be cut off by the fielder who's in the 30-yard circle. Ramiz Shahzad being aggressive. He's already hit 3 boundaries. He's looking confident. He wants to take on the bowling. Stepping out. This is in the air. There's a fielder coming under it. And it pops out of his hand. These are regulation catches which need to be taken, especially when a batsman is trying to go on the front foot and trying to attack the bowlers. Oh, the way he went under it, it was always going to go out of his hands. So a lifeline for Shahzad. Is it going to prove costly or not? Time will tell. But the captain will be disappointed because it was off his own bowling. You have to support your bowler by taking these catches. And the early wicket always lifts the bowling side. But the DCC Starlets are intact and they will feel that they have got a lifeline. Will they make it count? Here's Mohit once again to Vaibhav. Oh, this one is on the leg side, played nicely. A leg glance and it's gone for 4. Leg side delivery asking to be hit and it's got the treatment it deserved. So a boundary now for Vaibhav. He's also amongst the runs. He moves on to 7 and the total 22 now. So this is a good start by the Starlets after being given a lifeline when Shahzad was dropped off the previous delivery. Sorry, of the delivery prior to this one. Once again down the leg side, wide call by the umpire, rightfully so. So Mohit, after being hit for that boundary, has gone a bit wayward. It can happen because you're trying to bowl as away from the batsman as possible. And 2 deliveries have gone down the leg side. One resulting in a boundary and one resulting in a wide. Once again, another wide delivery. So suddenly the pressure is showing on the Daredevils. The Starlets have made a very strong start. 23 already on the board. And we are just in the 3rd over. This one was in the air for a while, but lands safely. It's been a long over because we've had 2 extras in this over. Vaibhav to face Mohit now. This time stepping out and driving it through the covers. The fielder chasing. And the batsmen come back. Good running between the wickets, between Vaibhav and Ramiz. And they go for 3 runs. This has been another good over for the Starlets. 10 already of it. Good delivery right on the stumps. And that will be finally the 3rd over completed. 10 coming off it. And after 3 overs, the DCC Starlets are doing well. 27 for no locks. We are halfway through the power play. Mohit. Oh, this is a lovely delivery. Beautiful delivery by Shakir Aziz. He got the ball to talk. It pitched and just swung away. Beaten all ends up. Vaibhav didn't know much about that delivery. Shakir Aziz bowling his second over. His first over was expensive. 13 coming off it. He's trying to make amends now. Once again, a good swing. Getting some purchase. The Daredevils need some dot deliveries. Try to create some kind of pressure because the runs are free-flowing. And this has been a very good start by the Starlets after winning the toss and deciding to bat first. That's the edge. And that will be the first wicket to fall. Vaibhav caught by the wicket-keeper off the bowling of Shakir Aziz. He was probing in this over. And the thick outside edge is an easy take for the wicket-keeper. And he makes no mistake. Chetan Bisht, the wicket-keeper for the Daredevils, takes that catch. Vaibhav departs for 10. DCC Starlets lose their first wicket on 27. So on the fall of Vaibhav's wicket, Shane Saldana is the new man in. And he's joining Ramesh Shahzad, who's not out on 15. The partnership of 27 finally broken. And the Daredevils will feel happy that they've got this wicket after what has been a very good start for the Starlets. Shakir Aziz in his second over. Good second over so far. After his first over was belted all around the park. Oh, this one climbed into the batsman. They are looking for a single. And rightly sent back by the non-striker. Daredevils trying to create some pressure in this over. They've got a wicket. Oh, this is a beauty. An absolute jaffa from Shakir Aziz. Really making the ball talk in this over now. He's got one that has come in, one that has gone out. And this one has come in and beaten the batsman, all ends up. Good take by the wicket-keeper, Chetan. Really, what a comeback over this has been from Shakir. His captain will really want him to bowl this line and length and extract pace from this wicket. Appeal, but to no damage, and it's a wicket maiden for Shakir Aziz. 4 overs are gone, and the DCC Starlets are 27 for 1. Look at the highlights of that over. Lovely bowling by Shakir Aziz. Beating the batsman all ends up, and in the end, that was a bit ambitious, but really, he had his tail up in that over. Shazeb is the new bowler for the Daredevils. Rami's the man facing him. Oh, just bounced in front of that fielder at square. Lucky that that ball didn't carry straight. He tried to check his shot. Once again cut to the fielder at point. But no runs. So dot balls are continuing. And suddenly, at the start of the fourth over in fact, they were at 9 runs and over. And now the run rate has dropped drastically to 6.23. So the pressure being exerted from the bowling side now. This one is driven, but straight to the fielder. The cover fielder is positioned very nicely. Another dot ball. We've had a series of dot balls. In fact, this is the nine dot balls so far. And really the pressure is back on the Starlets now. Oh, this one is finally placed nicely through the square leg region into the boundary for 4. So the pressure is finally eased off. No one in the deep in the power play. And a much needed boundary to settle the nerves. Comes off the blade of Rami Shahzad, who's not out now on 19. He's had a start of 14 deliveries. He'll want to make a big one. Overs are not an issue. Long way to go in this match. Once again, cut nicely into the gap, but there is a fielder there at the boundary. A single will result. The third man boundary rider cut that run off. Just a single. One more to the total now, 32 for 1. Oh, this is once again a beautiful outswinger. So some good bowling by the Daredevils. That's the end of the 5 overs. And the DCC Starlets, after losing 1 wicket, are 32 for 1.
Well, so the DCC Starlets 32 for 1 after 5 overs. A decent start here. A very good delivery from Shakir Aziz Afridi. Bring it into the right-hander. Very nearly chopping it onto the stumps there, Ramiz. The captain of the DCC Starlets has got a good start here. But just look at that swing. Look at that swing on offer. Very nearly creeping through the gap. Fantastic stuff by Shakir Aziz Afridi. He's a very good bowler. He can be extremely tight with his lines and lengths. Can swing the ball both ways. And Ramiz, who is on strike. He's kited, not time on that occasion. Gets the top part of the bat. Very lucky to have evaded the fielder there. So gets a single. Ramesh Shahzad has provided the start for his team in spite of losing a wicket. Shane Saldana now taking strike. He's yet to open his account. Good delivery once again. Very nearly getting an inside edge and a direct hit required there. Would have been very, very interesting. 34 for 1, 5.3 overs. So 3 more deliveries remaining in the power play. Oh, they've gone upstairs. They've asked the question. But the umpire feels that there was missing the stumps. Once again, Shakir Aziz Afridi asking the questions. Asking the right questions. Making things really, really tough for the batters out there with the swing and seam on offer. He's got his tail up here, Shakir Aziz Afridi. 21 of 18, Ramesh Shahzad has been the man who's been in decent form. He'll look to make sure that he capitalizes on the start that he's got here, Ramesh Shahzad. Very good over here so far by Shakir. Just 3 runs coming off it so far. 2 more deliveries to go. Oh, good bouncer there. Once again, Shakir Aziz Afridi mixing things up very nicely. Called one for the over by the leg umpire. Both batters struggling to cope with the swing and seam on offer from Shakir Aziz. He's kept things nice and tight so far. It's been a very good spell. 3 overs on the trot for him. 1 more delivery to go to end the over. Can he finish it strong? Last ball coming up of the 6th over. solid forward defense to end it. So a decent power play here by the Daredevils. 38 runs on the board with 1 wicket down, 6 overs done and dusted. So Shazeb Khan bowling his second over. Direct hit would have been very interesting. So with the power play restrictions lifted, the field has now been spreaded out. They've got a long off, a long on, a deep mid wicket. I beg your pardon. They've got a deep third man. They've got a square leg now coming into place. They've got a deep mid wicket and a deep point for the right hander. They've also got the long on now dropping back. So 4 fielders, in fact 5 fielders on the boundary line for Ramesh Shahzad. Shazeb Khan, a very good bowler. Oh, that's a good looking shot. Played down to deep point for a single. So Ramesh Shahzad is looking composed. The moment he's walked out to bat, he's got to make sure that he stays there for his team. The DCC Starlets, they'll need a good score on the board. The Daredevils, a very, very good unit. Very well oiled unit. Well led by the skipper Mohit Raghav. Lot of power in the arsenal. Charit Nirmal coming into the playing 11 today. It'll be very interesting to see how he goes about it. Once again, beats that outside edge. Shazeb Khan had a brilliant outing in the previous game. Bowled extremely well in the death overs. Bowled very well in tandem here. Shazeb Khan, along with Shakir Aziz Afridi as well. 40 for 1, 6.2 overs. Oh, good delivery once again. Shazeb Khan is making things extremely tough here for the youngsters, the DCC Starlets. Mind you, these are all young guns, the DCC Starlets. Good learning curve, good experience going up against some quality players here in the UAE domestic circuit. Definitely hold them in very good stead as they go on. Once again, a hint of movement there for Shazeb Khan. It's a brilliant over so far. Just 2 runs on the first 5 balls. He's bowled extremely well, kept things really tight. He's not given too much room to free his arms. And Shane Sandana, he's struggled out there from the moment he's walked out to bat. 2 runs of 9 balls so far. Many plays and misses. He's got to make sure that he keeps his composure. He's got to cover the line of the ball first. Try to hit the ball too hard. You more often than not tend to lose your shape. Last ball coming up of the 7th. 40 for 1. That's a good looking shot. Beautifully played. He's got it through the covers. It's running away towards the cover boundary. But cleaned up there by Charit Nirmal. Keep it for a couple of runs. Good over there by Shazib Khan. 4 runs come off it after 7 overs, 42 for 1. So Arjinder Singh introduced into the attack now. Nicely played there off the back foot towards the gap on the cover. It's running away towards that boundary region. They pick up a couple of runs. He's a very good bowler as well, Harjinder Singh. Bowls very much like Zahir Khan, the great of India. Played or represented India for a long, long time. Got a very similar action. He's modelled his action around Zahir Khan. Harjinder Singh. Oh, has bowled him. That is a typical Zahir Khan dismissal. Angling it across the right-hander. And the batter playing across gets an inside edge. And gets bowled, and Rami Shazad, the man who's been in there for a while, the said batter, dismissed in pursuit of looking for some runs. Big wicket here. Very, very big wicket. And the captain, Ramesh Shazad, has to depart. He's gone for 24 of 23. The DCC Starlets 44 for 2. Alright, so the new batter is Ayan Misbah, who's walked in at number 4. Crucial wicket here by Harjinder Singh. Oh, gets an outside edge. In fact, he glided it down towards the deep third, the Ayan Misbah. The ball climbed and managed to get some bit of bat. Perhaps a bit more pace, and that would have carried straight down the throat of that deep third fielder. Nevertheless, Ayan Misbah off the mark. Always a good feeling for a new batter to get off the mark on the very first ball he faces. So this has been a very good start here by the Daredevils. Oh, good delivery. Angling it across the right-hander. Shane Sandana's struggle continues. He's just not been able to get back to ball from the moment he's walked out to bat. Now 4 runs of 11 balls now. That was a dismissal there previously. An inside edge onto the stumps. Very unlucky to say the least there, Amish Azad, skipper of the DCC Starlets, back in the dressing room. Well, the nightmare continues. Shane Sandana is having a torrid time out there in the middle so far. He's hardly been able to find bat to ball. Well, they say sometimes when you struggle to put bat to ball, the best way to come out of it is try and hit a couple of balls into the boundary, and then automatically you will see that the flow comes back to you. Last ball of Harjinder's over. Oh, gets an inside edge. Down to fine leg for a single. So Shane Sandana he's been struggling big time. 8 overs done, 46 for 2. Very good over from Harjinder comes to an end. Just 4 runs of it. So Mohit Raghav into the attack to bowl his third over, and straight away bowls a full toss, being played down to the long on for a single. Can Mohit Raghav get a breakthrough here? Desperately needs a couple of wickets just to perhaps tighten the screws. Ayan Misbah, 2 new batters, relatively new batters I'd say. Ayan Misbah the new batter, and Shane Sandana has been struggling out there. He's been there for a while now, 14 balls. Nice square drive towards the deep third. They look for a double and they get it with ease. Excellent running by both the batters out there. Played straight to the covers. Good looking shot there. And Misbah's kind of middled it from the moment he's walked out. So he's just got to take the responsibility onto himself. Just perhaps till Shane Sandana finds his feet. And Shane Sandana, he's got to try push things on here as well. The rate required has dipped below the runner ball. That's a good looking shot. He's found the gap. In fact, the mid-on fielder at the deep cuts it off. They get a couple of runs. Good running here by both these youngsters. 50 comes up for the Starlets inside the 9th over. 51 for 2 in 8.4. It's taken a bit of time. We saw the previous game. We had an absolute nail biter. The Fly Emirates and the Wanderers. Yesterday, earlier in the day, Fly Emirates posting 150 and very nearly defending it at 5 runs to win off the last ball, and Abdullah Kayani smashing it out of the park to win the game for the Wanderers. So perhaps the Starlets can take a leaf or two out of the game, try and get to that 150-160 mark. Oh, there's been given a wide. Mohit Raghav trying to go full outside off. Down the leg side. 52 for 2, 8.8. In fact, it's 53 for 2 now. One more delivery to go in the ninth. So last ball coming up of the ninth over. Good looking shot straight to mid-off. Fumbles there. Had he collected that and thrown it, it would have been quite close. 9 overs done, 54 for 2. So Harjinder Singh continues. Last is second over, in fact. 10th over now in progress. Ayan Misbah 6 of 7. Bowled a very good first over. Harjinder Singh, can he get another breakthrough here? Oh, an opportunity was in the air. One bouncer direct hit was required. Shane Sandana caught napping down the wicket and rightly sent back by Ayan Misbah on that occasion. So it's been some tough going here for the Starlets in these first 10 overs. They've got to find a way to up the run rate now and get a couple of boundaries here and there. Keep rotating the strike. That's a good looking shot. Very nicely played. Very good effort there. Shazeb Khan doing the cleaning act at deep third. Get a couple of runs. Quick single. Safely negotiated. So Shane Sandana now back on strike. Can he break through here? Can he break free? 6 of 14. It's a dismal strike rate right now. Harjinder Singh's bowled really, really tight. He's bowled extremely well. Oh, that's close. They've gone upstairs. But in fact, umpire Vipin Singh remains unperturbed about that. Maybe perhaps pitching outside leg. Let's have a replay. A look at that again. Yes, I think that would have been the only thing that would have saved him. Pitched outside leg. That seemed quite adjacent to the stumps. So Shane Sandana, I beg your pardon, still been struggling. 58 for 2. 9.5 overs. I've been joined here in the com box by my good friend Cyrus. Cyrus, welcome back. It's been a good performance by the Daredevils so far.
Yes, it's been. This is pulled away behind square. And the fielder gets underneath it. So at the halfway mark, the DCC Starlets, after winning the toss and electing to bat, have not done that well. 59 for 2. Abhinav Vishnu is going to start proceedings for the 11th over. And the DCC Starlets, not a very good first half for them. 59 for 2. Run rate under 6 runs and over. They're trying to get a partnership going. But the good part is the bowling side has not allowed this game to slip after losing the toss. And the Daredevils will be very happy with what they have done in the first 10 overs and will want to continue this for the remaining 10. Let's see what the second half looks like. Here's Abhinav. Leg spinner with a little awkward arm action. Another single. So runs are trickling in singles. The towels are out, which means that the dew is definitely getting in. It's close to past 10 o'clock on a lovely Saturday night. Both these batsmen trying to get a move on. A small partnership of 16 runs developing, but nothing much to talk about in terms of the boundaries. Oh, this one trying to heave it, gets the outside edge and will go down to the fence. So a lucky boundary for the Starlets. They'll take it whichever way it comes. There you see the replay, trying to heave this one, but completely missing the line, taking the outside edge of the bat and running down to the third man boundary for 4. 64 now. Once again trying to step out, lovely cover drive. And this is going to beat the fielder. Yes, it does. Harjinder was the man trying to save that boundary, but cannot do so. So back-to-back boundaries. The Starlets slowly getting a move on. Shane Saldana. Once again pulled. But there is a fielder in the deep. Just the single. So one more to the total. One more to Shane. He moves on to 15. Ayan Misbah is on 11. Cut away nicely, but there is a man in the deep to cut it off. One more to the total. Good over for the Starlets. 11 coming off it. And after 11 overs, it's 70 for 2. 2 wickets have fallen. The first one on 27 and the second one on 42. Sorry, 44, I stand corrected. 26 runs partnership between Shane and Ayan. 70 now for 2. The last over was a productive one for the batting side after what has been quite a quiet performance so far. Harjinder Singh to bowl his third over. He's been economical, 8 for 1 so far. But this one will be down as a wide. So one more to the extras, one more to the total. 71 now for 2. Quite a young side, the DCC Starlets. This is in the air but safe. Two more runs. So things are slowly getting a move on now for the Starlets. Runs are coming in. They need a score of in excess of 160, 170 if you want to make a match of this. And this is a good partnership developing now. Nicely played straight down the ground. There is a fielder. And it will result in a single. So one more to the total, 74 now. Both these batsmen slowly getting into their stride. And they're making sure that they are rotating the strike even though the boundaries don't come. Last over was good for them. Harjinder into his third over. Economical figures so far. Oh, this is played with delicate hands, but there is a fielder at third man. And another single. So runs are coming in singles in this over. 75 for 2 now. We are in over number 12. Once again, pitching it up, inviting the drive, but straight to the fielder. Dot delivery. Once again, played into the gap. One more to the total. 77 now for 2. Harjinder in his third over. Good partnership developing between these two. 33 so far for the third wicket. Oh, this is pulled, but straight to the fielder, and that's the third wicket to fall. Ayan is the man who's gone. Got the elevation right, but didn't get the distance. And Ayan Misbah is the batsman walking back. Caught in the deep. He made 17 of 17 deliveries. And the Daredevils now, after 11.5 overs, in fact 12 overs, are 77 for 3. Harjinder getting his second wicket. 3 overs he's bowled, 15 for 2. Good economical figures. The new batsman walking in is Shival Bawa, who's joining Shane Saldana, who's not out on 16. And just when there was a partnership developing, the Daredevils have made a breakthrough. Abhinav Vishnu into his second over. This is played off the back foot for a single. One more to the total now, 78 for 3. The Daredevils have not allowed the Starlets to get away. They've taken wickets at regular intervals and stemmed the flow of runs. Rate is just 6.4 runs an over, which is not much at this stage of the game. Here's Abhinav. Cut nicely into the gap, but there is a fielder at the point boundary. And he will tidy up, and just one more to the total, just a single. So runs are coming in singles, and they've lost a wicket. A good partnership was developing. Oh, once again trying to heave that from outside off. Missing it completely, and the wicketkeeper doing the rest. No damage done. And a dot delivery. There you see the delivery, flighting it up, inviting the sweep. Oh, really disguised the batsman, trying to bring him forward. He was in two minds whether to play it for front or at the back. And then misses it completely. The wicketkeeper is right on the stumps. Good bowling by Abhinav. After his first over went for 13. Once again, this is in the air. But in the gap. Oh, beautifully cut at the boundary. Excellent fielding by the Daredevils. That was racing to the fence, and it was cut off just on the rope. There you see, both long on and long off were at the boundary line, and beautifully done. Restrict that to only one. End of the 13th over, 80 for 3. Harjinder back to bowl his last over. Once again, lovely bit of bowling. The DCC Starlets have lost their way. They started very well, but the Daredevils have pegged things back very nicely. They've not allowed the run rate to slip at all, and it's hovering around that 6 mark only. One of these two batsmen have to start now putting the metal to the pedal. This is in the air, but just lands safe. And they will be taking an overthrow. So good running between these two, making sure that they take the run of the extra, the overthrow in fact. Good awareness on part of both these batsmen. Every run counts. This is in the air. The fielder is running, but it's always going to be ahead of him. And the ball falls safely. So no damage done. You can make out that the batsmen are trying to now take a few risks and get the scoreboard going, because they've not even reached 100. And we are in the 14th over. This is once again in the air, but falling safe. Should we call that good placement or the rub of the green going the batsman's way? Harjinder bowling his last over. He's bowled a good spell. He's got 2 wickets in that. This over so far has been a good one. 2 more deliveries to go. This one was on the legs, played in the air. They're coming back for 2 and they will get 2 easily. So good running between the wickets, between Shival and Shane. Both the S's. There you see, it was flicked off his legs. And immediately they ran 2. So they're making sure that the strike is being rotated. He'll have to re-bowl that again. Wide signal by the umpire, and rightly so. 1 more to the extras. 1 more to the total now. 88 for 3. Harjinder to bowl his last ball of his spell. Once again, driving on the up, missing the line completely. That's the end of the 14th over. Harjinder has bowled his 4 overs for 23, taken 2 wickets, and after 14 overs, the Starlets are 88 for 3. Welcome back to the ICC Academy grounds in Dubai Sports City. The match between DCC Starlets and Dubai Daredevils is underway. Starlets are 88 for 3. Abhinav Vishnu to bowl his 3rd over. Once again trying to cut it off the back foot. No chance of a run because it went straight to the point fielder. This one is pulled from the off stump. They call for a 2 and they will get a 2. A bit of fumble from the fielding side. 2 more runs. 90 now for 3. Shane Saldana has been the man who's scoring the runs. He's 25 of 30. Shival is on 3. Once again stepping out and driving. But there is a fielder at the long off boundary. And he saves that just for a single. 1 more to the total. 91 now. Once again making room and piercing that through the gap. Lovely shot. Awesome drive. Making room for himself and placing it to perfection for a boundary. A much needed boundary for the Starlets. 95 now. Both these batsmen are trying to now up the ante. 5 more overs to go after this. Once again stepping out and hitting it straight back over the bowler. And this is a horrible misfield. So, back-to-back boundaries. This should have not been a boundary. This should just have been a single. Going through the legs of the fielder. And easy 4 runs given. So 99 now. This has been a good over so far for the Starlets. Once again pulled in front of square. This time the fielder is eluded. 1 more boundary and what an over. Really now both these batsmen are trying to put the metal on the pedal. This is placed to perfection. No chance for the boundary rider to stop that. End of 15 overs. And DCC Starlets for 3. (103 for 3). 15 runs have come off the last over. And that's the kind of injection the batting team needs to get things going. New bowler coming into the attack. Sumit Singh is the new bowler. Sumit Singh Gosain for the Daredevils. He's a spinner. Let's see if he can stop the flow of runs. Once again played nicely into the gap. But there is a fielder there. Just a single. 1 more to the total. The Starlets are trying to get a move on now. Last 5 overs of the innings coming up. Sumit Ghoshal. Oh, this one has beaten him all ends up. Straightening after pitching. And a good carry to the wicketkeeper. This is in the air. Oh, there is a diving third man fielder, but he can't get to it. So very interesting stage of the game at the moment. 104 for 3. And take you to the next 5 overs. It's going to be my co-commentator, Atiq Hussain.
Well, another couple of runs. A good over here by Sumit Gauri. 108 for 3 after 16 overs. Well, so now the last 4 overs. 108 for 3, this DCC Starlets. Gets a thick outside edge. It's running away to the third man boundary. Gets a boundary. Shival Baba. He's been quite positive from the moment he's walked out to bat. He moves on to 22 now with that boundary. In fact, that was Shane Sandan, I beg your pardon. Struggled initially. Finally, he's got a move on now. 32 of 35. He's got to make sure that he capitalizes on the start that he's got. Try and help his team get to that maybe around the 145, 150 mark. Give their bowler something to bowl at. Shival Baba, 18 of 10. He's looked really positive from the moment he's walked out of bed there, Shival Baba. So Shazib Khan now brought into the attack to bowl his third over. He's bowled extremely well. Just 13 runs for him in his spell so far. Once again, slashes hard. The deep third fielder cuts it off. Just keeps it down to a single. Good effort there by the field in the deep. So 5 runs here of the first 3 balls from Shazib Khan. So a lot of things running in the mind of the captain, Mohit Raghav. What should he do in order to get another breakthrough? They've done quite well up to this point. They've just given away. They're just going at 6.8 runs and over. The Daredevils have done extremely well so far, but they know that these last few overs can get quite costly. You've got to keep chipping on the wickets. Good delivery there once again. Yorker length. Shival Baba takes a thinking of a second. Just keeps it down to 1. $114 for 3. Good over so far by Shazib Khan. Oh, good delivery. Very good delivery. Around that block hole. Keeping things tight. Not giving too much room for the batters to free his arms is Shazib Khan. That's very crucial when it comes to death overs. You've got to be very, very accurate with your lines and lengths. Shival Baba on the other hand, he's looked extremely good, extremely composed, so he's got to take the onus on himself as well now to get some big hits. Try and get to that 150 mark. That's a good looking shot down the ground. Just one bounce to the field in the deep. Sumit Gauri cuts it off. So 17 overs done. The Starlets 116 for 3. good delivery to start up with. Sumit Gauri bowling his second over. He will most likely be bowling the 18th and 20th. The DCC Starlets, they've got to break through here. Oh, that's a good looking shot. That sounded really good on the bat. Has that gone all the way? Yes, it has. A maximum. And Shibal Bawa absolutely cocks that out of the middle of the bat. The sound of the willow seemed like music to our ears here in the com box. Beautiful shot there by Shival Bawa. Just over the reach of the fielder. And they'll need a few more of that here, the DCC Starlets. 122 for 3. Once again, this time he goes down the ground. Has he got all of it? No, the fielder sets up. And he takes a very, very good catch at the boundary line. Wonderful, wonderful take there. Certainly saved a few runs for his team as well, as Shival Bawa was middling the ball beautifully. Unfortunately, perishes in pursuit of upping that run rate for his team. He's gone for 26 of 15. It's been a very good innings. 122 for 4. We're getting a breakthrough at the right time here. Well, there's an opportunity. Skied again. And an easy catch there. Charit Nirmal completes the catch. And consecutive wickets now here for Sumit Gauri. It's a good comeback. Very good comeback in this over. After being hit for a 6, Sumit Gauri. And the DCC Starlets have now lost 2 wickets. Sumit Gauri now on a hat-trick. This turned out to be a very, very good over. 122 for 5, 17.4 overs. Oh, hat-trick ball. Very nearly gets an outside edge. Sumit Gauri. He was interested for a second there. Wry smile on his faces. Last ball coming off of the 18. 122 for 5. Comes down the track. Goes down the ground. Airborne once again. Push for a second here. And they get it with ease. So good comeback here by Sumit Gauri after being hit for a 6 off the second ball. 8 runs come off that over, and most importantly for the Daredevils, they picked up 2 wickets. 18 overs done, 124 for 5. Well, so we're in for the last 2 overs of the innings. 124 for 5. How much more can the Starlets get here? And that's a good looking shot. A misfield at covers. That was hit very, very hard. Harjinder Singh there on that occasion with that fumble enables them to get a couple of runs. So 5 more deliveries to go in the over. Shazeb Khan will be bowling out here. And he's been entrusted to bowl the penultimate over. They say the penultimate over usually is the most important over. Where you can certainly change the tide on your behalf. Nicely played there. Towards the point region. They're pushing for a couple. Oh, quick running there between wickets. Excellent stuff. Young legs. That certainly is something that can help them. These youngsters very, very quick between wickets. So 2 doubles here on the first 2 balls. Shazeb Khan is bowled extremely well so far. Very unlucky to have not got any under his wickets tally. Can he change that in the next 4 balls here? Once again, keeping things tight. Very good line, very good length. Keeping it very simple, nothing fancy. Just bowling the right lines, hitting the right lens. Just moving the ball ever so slightly. Five runs off 3 balls now. Mohammad Anik on strike. Oh, good delivery and very nicely played. Down to that deep third for a single. So Shane Sandana, who's actually been struggling out there for a while now, 39 of 41 balls. He's managed to somehow creep through. A very gritty knock by the young man. These last few deliveries, can he get a couple of lusty blows out of the middle of the bat? He's been there a long time. If he can finish up with a good strike rate here, that would enable his team to get to a good score. Oh, there you go. The wicket keeper's coming under it. And he does not miss many, doesn't he? A very, very good delivery there by Shazeb Khan. And I just said it that he thoroughly deserves a wicket. Well, he's got one. And he's got one of his penultimate delivery. Shane Sandana, from the moment he's walked out to bat, he's been struggling to find the middle of the bat. And finally his innings has come to an end. But a gritty knock by the young man, 39 of 42 balls. The Starlets lose their 6th wicket, 130 on the board. So, new batter is Jaditya walking in at number 8. 130 for 6. Last ball coming up of the 19th. What an over this has been from Shazeb. 6 runs and a wicket. And last ball and beats that outside edge. A beautiful delivery from Shazeb Khan. What a spell. A very good spell. 1 for 23 of his 4 overs. Well, he'll be a happy man. 19 overs done, 130 for 6, 1 over to play. We'll just have a look at a replay of that last ball there. Look at that movement, look at that swing, look at that seam. Shazeb Khan, beautifully bowled there. Goodness gracious me, sincere apologies there. That was an outside edge, that last ball from Shazib Khan. I was of the opinion that it was just past the outside edge. So Shazib Khan has finished off with 2 for 23, getting an outside edge of that last ball. What a spell this has turned out to be. 130 for 7. Last over now in progress. Shakir Aziz Afridi entrusted with that role to finish the innings for the Daredevils. It's a thick outside edge down to deep third for a single. So Jay Ditya was the last man being dismissed. New batter. Is Raizal Nadir in at number 9. 5 more deliveries to go. Hit hard. So quick single been taken. For the DCC Starlets, they like a couple of boundaries here in this last over. Try and perhaps push that score to that 140 plus mark. We saw the last game, we had an absolute cracker of a game. The Fly Emirates getting to 154 and the Wanderers requiring 5 runs of the last ball, with Abdullah Khayani hitting a 6 to win the game for them. An absolute thriller. So that is something perhaps that both teams can take some encouragement, that maybe 140 to 150 may be a good score on this pitch. But they still require maybe another 10 to 12 runs if they can get in the last 3 balls. Raizal Nadir and Mohammad Anik, they've got to try and find a way to get a boundary here. Not easy against the likes of a bowler like Shakir Aziz Afridi. Oh, brilliant delivery. You can't do anything much, isn't it? But look at that for timing. A Yorker length. Well, I just said that you can't do anything for that delivery. Well, that is something that you can do. Squeeze it out and play it straight down the ground. Beautiful shot. Wonderful timing, wonderful placement there from Raizal Nadir. He gets his first boundary. 137 now on the board. 2 more deliveries. Can they get another one? Can they get another one more? Goes down hard. Straight to the fielder at mid-off. So Mohammad Anik now takes strike for the last ball. 138 on the board. But the Daredevils, they've bowled extremely well. They've kept things really tight. They've not let the batters to run away with the game. And now, half the job done. They've got a job to do with the bat when they come back. Oh, that's a big shot. But has he got all of it? There's a fielder coming under it. And the catch has been completed. So Shakir Aziz Afridi gets a wicket of the last ball of the innings. 138 for 8 is all what the DCC Starlets were able to make. Just look at that. Pitched it around that good length. Encouraging the batter to get under it and hit it over. Just only able to lobby it onto the mid-off fielder's hand. So 20 overs, the DCC Starlets are 138 for 8. They'll have to bowl extremely well when they come out for the Daredevils innings, and make sure that they get some early wickets, some early inroads inside the power play overs in order to make a match out of this. Or else you have some very good batters in their ranks. Hari Prashant being one of them who's been in red hot form. So Vaibhav Vaswani, 10 of 11. Ramesh Shahzad had a good start, 24-23. Shane Saldana struggling initially to get a move on. Got to 39 of 42. Ayan Misbah, 17 of 18. And Shival Bava, 26 of 15 were the top order batters. All getting starts, but none of them able to go and push on and make a big one for their team. Well, for the bowlers, well, all of them contributing, putting their hands up. 2 wickets apiece for Shakir Aziz Afridi, Shazib Khan, Harjinder Singh and Sumit Gosain. Brilliant performance. This is from the Dubai Daredevils. So let's have a quick look at the highlights as to what transpired in the first innings. So the batters starting off, getting a couple of boundaries early on. The edges, the wickets coming through, the boundaries, and this is there. This is where he was bowled, got an inside edge of Harjinder Singh. This is another wicket that fell, was caught at the boundary line. This one was beautifully played through that mid-off region. So runs kept coming, but the problem for the DCC Starlets was that they kept losing wickets in regular intervals. They were just not able to stitch in a partnership. None of the batters, the set batters in the top order, getting 10s and 20s and 30s, were able to push on and make a big one. This was Shane Sandana's wicket after getting caught out by the wicket keeper for 39. And that was the last delivery, getting that outside edge, Shizab Khan. And this was the last wicket of the innings, of the last ball, and finally managing to post 138. So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, the Daredevils will be in pursuit of 139 for victory. Stay tuned.
So welcome back to the Dubai Sports City, the ICC Academy grounds. And we are at the Arabian Cricket League, the second game of our Super Saturday doubleheader. And the DCC Starlets, having won the toss and batting first, have put up a score of 138. So the Daredevils will need 139 to win in their allotted 20 overs. Just under 7 runs and over. It doesn't look that big a target, but you never know what happens. The last game went to the wire, and we got a result of the last ball of the match. Will we see something like this? Time will tell. But the Daredevil batsmen are ready now to walk into the center. The Starlets are already there. The Empires are also in the middle. And both these batsmen walking out now. So the opening pair, Kiran Naidu walking out for the Daredevils, and Hari Prasant Chandrasekhar is the other opener. So Hari and Kiran opening the batting for the Daredevils. And 139 to win. 6.9 runs is the required rate. And really, Starlets will have to bowl really well to restrict the Daredevils to this total. And for that, you need wickets in the power play. If Daredevils get off to a good start, then this total might look small. But funny things happen in cricket. And the pendulum swings with a ball or two in an over. So let's see what the Starlets have up their sleeve. The ball is in hands of Jaitya Malik, who's got the ball in his hand. He will be opening proceedings for the DCC Starlets. And we are all in readiness to start the second half of the match between Starlets and Daredevils. Hari Prasant is the batsman. Here's Jaitidya. Oh, this is pulled away in disdain. First ball into the fence for 4. So Hari Prasad has made his intentions clear right from ball number 1. This was short and pulled in front of square. No one at the boundary. And this races into the fence. Just the perfect start for the batting side. This is what you call a warm-up delivery. A bit of a half-tracker loosener. And pulled away very nicely by Hari Prasad. Once again, making room and cutting that through for another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries. What a start for the Daredevils. Width offered, and this is flayed over the covers for 4. So the perfect start for the Daredevils. 2 balls bowled, 2 balls to the fence. 8 for no loss. Pressure right back on the bowler. $139 to defend. 138 in fact. Once again, this is pulled. And Hari Prasad has really come out all guns blazing. This is pulled in front of square over into the stands for 6. What does the bowler do? Jayaditya, 14 runs of the first 3 deliveries. What a start it's been for the Daredevils. That's why the power play is considered to be very, very crucial for both sides. For the bowling side, they need wickets. For the batting side, they need runs. This is the perfect start. They don't have a big total to chase, but they don't want to get complacent either. Once again, this is in the air, and the bowler has had the last laugh. So he picked out the only fielder, which was at the square leg fence, and Hari Prasad's quick fire 14 has finally come to an end, straight down the throat of the square leg fielder. And the first wicket falls in the first over itself. What an eventful over it's been. 4, 4, 6 and a wicket. So Hari Prasad walks back. And Daredevils lose their first wicket on 14. Let's look at that dismissal. No, this is the start of the innings. First ball pulled. Second ball over cover. Third ball hit over for a 6. And the fourth ball down the throat. So an eventful start to this chase. And Chetan walks in. Chetan Bish, the wicketkeeper, walks in with 14 on the board. Kiran Naidu has yet to face a delivery. And the bowler will be mightily relieved to get that wicket, especially after being hit for 2 4s and a 6 of his first 3 deliveries. And the nerves will be definitely settled now. Here's Chetan Bisht facing Jayaditya. Oh, he didn't have much of a clue about it. So good comeback deliveries from Jayaditya. Really, Hari Prasad must be kicking himself to find the only fielder in the deep. This is also pulled nicely. And another boundary. So the Daredevils continuing and making sure that the runs keep flowing even though they've lost that wicket. This is pulled in front of square once again for a boundary. End of the first over, 18 coming off it and a wicket. $18 for 1. The man out, Hari Prasad. So, Angad Nehru is the spinner from the other end, who will open proceedings. And Kiran Naidu is the man who's facing his first delivery of the match. Here's Angad. Wicketkeeper standing right up to the stumps. And that's the correct thing. Oh, this is bowled nicely. Came in sharply and just surprised the batsman with the height. So there is a good bounce for the spinner. This is in the air. There is a fielder coming under it. This will be the second wicket. And Angad starts a fresh spell. And of the very second ball of his spell, trying to heave that, gets the top edge. And Kiran Naidu, without troubling the scorers, is walking back. And suddenly, the Daredevils have lost 2 wickets for 18. Two for 18 now. Sumit Gosen is the new batsman walking in. DCC Starlets have made good inroads after the first 3 balls were hit into the fence. Angad getting his first wicket of the match. And Sumit Gosen is the new batsman and who will face the music now. 18 for 2. Here we go. Once again, good trajectory on the delivery. But Gosen watchfully plays that. They'll have to do a bit of rebuilding now. There you see that delivery where the wicket fell. Trying to heave it. Call is for 2, but rightly sent back. There was no 2 in that. So the wicketkeeper now to face Chetan Bisht. It's been a good over so far from Angad. Just the one coming off it and a wicket. Was his leg out of the crease? No signal from the square leg umpire, so he's safe. I think the Daredevils need to be a little circumspect about their shots that they are playing. They're not chasing a very big total. They need to settle the nerves. Singles and 2s are good. The odd boundary will come in the power play. You don't need to take unnecessary risk, especially when you're just chasing 6.6 runs and over. So that's the end of Angad's over. Good over, just 2 coming off it at a wicket. Daredevils are 20 for 2 after 2. Start of the 3rd over. Oh, this is placed nicely into the gap. This will be, there is a fielder coming around. But the batsmen have crossed for 2 more. So 22 now. Sumit Gosen and Chetan at the keys, and Chetan is now on 7. Chetan Bish, the wicketkeeper for the Daredevils. Jayatidia is into his second over. Placed nicely into the gap. Once again, the fielder coming around will just cut it down to a single. One more to the total, 23 for 2. Rebuilding innings required by the Daredevils. They are up with the run rate, but they've lost both their openers. Both these batsmen trying to get an eye in. Keep the scoreboard ticking. The run rate is already there. You're not chasing too much. Right on the line. Lucky not to be called a wide. But he induced the drive from the batsman and Sumit was beaten. We are well into the night now. 20 minutes have passed the hour of 11 over here in the UAE. But it's a lovely Saturday evening. Ideal conditions for cricket. And the lights taking full toll. Once again, too much room given by Jayatidia. This will race into the fence. Look at that delivery way outside the off stump. Ample time to free their arms. And this is driven through the covers for 4. Lovely timing on that delivery. And Sumit Gosen. Hitting that boundary. 27 now for 2. Oh, this is a lovely delivery. Good swing bowling. Good comeback ball after being hit for a boundary. Beating the batsman, all ends up. There it is. Not to the pitch of the ball. And just trying to move his bat. The feet are not moving. And he was completely beaten. Jayatidia in his second over. He's been a bit expensive, but he's got a wicket. Once again, room outside the off stump, but no damage done. End of the over. 3 overs gone. Daredevils are 27 for 2. This is just gently guided down to third man. There is a fielder there who'll tidy up. Angad back to his second over. So 2 more to the total, 29 now. Chetan and Sumit stringing a partnership. Once again, trying to pierce that gap, but straight to the fielder in the 30-yard circle. Dot ball. Once again, picked it up beautifully. 1 bounce into the fence for 4. This is played behind square into the fence for 4. So Chetan Bisht is now on 14. 33 now for 2. So the Daredevils are getting a move on. After that, 2 quick wickets. Once again stepping out, the bowler saw that and pitched it a little short. And the batsmen have no chance to hit that, but just to block it. This is in the air, but behind the wicketkeeper. You can't have a field for that. And that will go straight into the fence for 4. So streaky boundary, but the runs are coming for the Daredevils. Once again trying to heave it. Gets the top edge. And flies behind the wicketkeeper for a boundary. So good over so far for the Daredevils. 37 now with that boundary. And Chetan moves on to 18 now. Once again flighting it, but the drive not coming off that effective. And 1 more to the total. So a good over so far for the Daredevils. Angad, 11 runs coming off it. And after 4 overs, it's 38 for 2. $38 for 2 now after 4 overs. Good partnership coming up between these two. They're starting to look menacing. 20 now. Chetan looks settled at 19. Once again room, but lucky that it didn't go to the fence. Jayatidya is bowling his 3rd over on the trot. 101 needed now of the remaining 16 overs. White signal by the umpire. Even though the Daredevils have lost 2 wickets, they have made sure that the run rate has not dropped. And at the moment, they are going at 9.4 runs an over, which is really, really good. And the asking rate is at 6.3 runs an over. They've got 8 wickets in hand. So at the moment, you can say the scales are tilted in favor of the batting side. Lovely cover drive once again, but straight to the fielder. Trying to take a shy at the non-striker's end. A very young side, the DCC Starlets. Good combination of youth and a little bit of experience. The captain guiding the team of youngsters. Jayatidya is into his 3rd over. 26 runs given so far. And he's got 1 wicket. This will be another wide. So straying a bit in line, trying to bowl as away from the batsman as possible. But at the moment, the batting side is succeeding because the runs are coming in extras. There is swing on offer, but you have to be immaculate on your line and length. Chetan is on 19 of 14 now, facing Jaitidya. This is in the air. The fielder trying to fling himself. But the ball eludes him. One more to the total. 41 now for 2. This has been a good power play so far for the Daredevils. Even though they've lost their openers. But they're right up there with the run rate. Bit of hesitation in the running, but in the end, no damage done. He tried to guide that down to third man. The non-striker was halfway down the pitch, but lucky that the ball was still not gathered cleanly to effect the run out. Oh, this is in the air. And it's taken. A lovely diving catch. And against the run of play, the Starlets have got a wicket. He was trying to be cheeky. The point fielder took a dive and took that catch. And that's the end of Sumit Ghosen, who's walking back for 5. And the Daredevils now 41 for 3. Shakir is the new batsman walking in at the fall of Sumit Ghosen's wicket. 41 for 3. Jaitidya gets his second wicket of the match. And really this match is very much anybody's game at the moment. Just that extra wicket. 3 wickets have fallen in the power play. And that's exactly what the Starlets were looking for. And just when a partnership was stringing up, there's a breakthrough. Oh, this is in the air. Once again, a catch has dropped. This should have been a first slip catch. The wicketkeeper diving with one hand. Lucky that... Let's see this delivery. This should be a regulation first slip catch. The wicketkeeper really blinded the fielder on the first slip. And the ball slips away. So that's the end of 5 overs. And after 5 overs, it's 42 for 3. (42 for 3) to take you through the next 5 overs. It's my co-commentator Atik.
Thank you, Saras. Well, so 42 on the board. Having lost 3 wickets inside the first 5 overs, the Daredevils, the DCC Starlets will be very happy with this progress. This time just over the head of the mid-off fielder. A good effort there I'm sure the umpires might want to have a look at that. So it looks like they're happy with that decision, or in fact they're just having a look at it now. Just over the fielder's head, and then it kept trickling to the boundary. Two fielders converging. At that very last minute he managed to hold it as he taken it in. I think he's all right. They've actually prevented a collision there as well. So we're still waiting for a confirmation. And in fact, I think they're happy with that. So 2 runs, good effort there in the deep. Quick single to extra cover. So 45 for 3, the last over of the power play. The Daredevils going at just around 8.5 runs and over. 94 required of the last 14.5 overs now. Angad Nehru has bowled quite well so far. Oh, trying to play that fine. A late cut there by Chetan Best. Chetan Best and Shakir Hydru out there for the Daredevils will want to get some runs, and that's a magnificent shot. 1 bounce into the boundary. That's a terrific shot there by Chetan Best. Just look at that. Oh, very, very good shot. He's been in red hot form here, Chetan Best. Boundary coming off the 5th ball of the innings of the over. Angad Nehru, after having bowled extremely well, just 7 runs of this over so far. Waiting for the ball. So, got a ball. Last ball coming up. Nicely played. Beautifully played. That was into the gap and gets a boundary. Chetan Best is right now playing to his field. Brings the 50 up for the Daredevils. And it's come at the last ball of the 6th over. It's been a good power play. In spite of losing 3 wickets, the Daredevils are off to a good start. 6 overs done, 53 for 3. So power play overs are done. Field restrictions have been lifted. Shreyas, the new bowler, into the attack. The Daredevils cannot lose more wickets here. They've got to make sure that they stitch in a good partnership. They know that they're just perhaps one partnership away from perhaps sealing the deal here. And on the other hand, the Starlets, they'll need wickets. And they'll need wickets regularly. They've taken 3. They need another 7 more. So just keeping rotating the strike here. The young lads. Nicely played this time down to deep point. Shakir Hydru is looking quite solid. He'll need to put a partnership on here with Chetan Best. He's a very, very good batter, this man, Chetan Best. He has had a brilliant outing the other day as well. He's got to make sure that he gets a big one here today. And if he does that, his team will definitely get through. Oh, nicely played. Very nicely played. Playing it late onto the bat, but they just managed to get 1 run there. So a single of each ball here for Shreyas's over. Wonderful effort. Great fielding there. At point. Think that was Said Musaib. So another single and 5 runs come off Shreyas's over. Decent over there. After 7 overs, 58 for 3. So another single. So Angad Nehru is going to bowl out here. .2 overs, 1 for 26. Nice little partnership building on here. 19 runs time between these two. And that's a big shot. Massive shot. Huge shot. And that's landed in the trees. That's gone all the way. A huge 6. For Shakir Hydru. He's a big man. He's got long levers. Full extension of the arms. And that's carried right towards that end near the trees of the schoolyard. 73 now required for victory, 12.3 overs. The rate required has now come down to around less than a run a ball. 5.84 the rate required. Putting the Daredevils into a very good position here. Batting extremely well, 73 of 12.2 overs. Played off the back foot this time, down to mid-on. Gets another single. So 67 for 3, 7.5 overs. This has been a good over for the Daredevils as well. 9 runs come off this over. So single to end the over after 8 overs, 68 for 3. Starts off with a wide there. Raizal Nadir. That was the wide delivery, the previous ball. Oh, that's pulled and pulled very nicely behind square. That's a wonderful stroke by Chetan Best. He's got the middle of the bat and behind square for a boundary. This is some wonderful, wonderful innings now for the Daredevils. 32 runs between them. They're making sure they're putting their team into a commandable position. Chetan Best moves down to 36. He's continuing his very good form. He's been really, really good so far in this tournament. 8.1 over, 73 for 3. Raizal Nadir will be under a bit of pressure. First ball going for a wide and then been hit for a boundary straight away. Once again, it's going to be given a wide. So not the best of starts here for Raizal Nadir. He will quite very much be feeling the pressure. Well, so Raizal Nadir seems to be struggling out there. It's a third wide for him. He's just ball one legal delivery and it's gone for a boundary. Raizal Nadir, young man, he might be feeling a bit of heat. The pressures, he'll have to just calm down a bit. Try and get some things sorted. Nicely played to the back foot. Very good effort there at the covers. Saved a certain boundary there. That was Ayan Misbah. Covers. No fielder in the deep. In that region, there is one at deep point. Full toss this time. Oh, another wide. So the fourth wide of the over. He's just bowled 3 legal deliveries. He's already bowled 7 balls in this over. 4 of them going for wides. Certainly is a struggle for the young Nadir. Better delivery. That would give him some confidence. Bowling wicket to wicket. Raisal Nadir. So 37 run partnership between these two. 61 required for victory. Less than 5.5 runs and over required for them to get over the line here, the Daredevil. So sitting in a very comfortable position. The Starlets on the other hand, you see the shoulders dropping already. Another dot ball. So apart from those wides, Raisal Nadir, he's bowled quite well. He's gone for 10 runs of this over, of the first 5 balls. And of that he's had 1 boundary and 2 singles been taken. And the other 2 have been dot balls. Last ball of his over. Once again played towards covers. A direct hit was required and a wayward throw enables them to get some extras. I think it's going to be 4 extras, is it? A good effort there at the boundary line. I'm sure the umpires will go upstairs just to make sure to have a look. There you go. Look at that. A wayward throw by the fielder, wide of the wicket keeper. But was the fielder in the deep able to hold it back inside is the question. It's very difficult for us to say from this angle. Let's leave it to the third umpire. Well, it's a boundary being given. So extra runs there. Unnecessary runs. And that is going to be very, very costly here for the Starlets. So 6 inside. For 5 runs, there are 2 runs. Beg your pardon. So yeah, so there were 5 runs, extra runs been given there. Very unfortunate to say the least. Last over to get to the halfway stage, and this time played backward of square. They get another couple of runs. They're going at a very good rate here, the Daredevils. 9.22, 83 for 3 now. Chetan Bis 42 of 27. Shakir Haidru 16 of 13. That's beautifully played. But one bounce to the fielder in the deep. That was hit very, very hard by Shakir Haidru. No, in fact, that was Chetan Best. Shakir Haidru now on strike, 16 of 13. So good to see the youngsters still throwing themselves around. The ground fielding has been pretty good, apart from those occasional mishaps. You can see that Shakir Haidru is trying to wind himself to go for a big one. A big shot is just around the corner, I feel. Oh dear. Just as we are praising the ground fielding, a fumble enables them to get another single. So 87 for 3, 9.5 overs. And I've been joined here in the combox by my good friend Cyrus, who joins me back here. Cyrus, looks like the Daredevils have got the game well and truly by the scruff of the neck.
Yes, this is a very good partnership, especially when they lost 3 wickets in the power play. And these two have now got a partnership of 46. So at the halfway stage now, Daredevils looking very comfortable at 88 for 3. So at the halfway mark, 88 for 3 now for the Daredevils. Both these batsmen looking very comfortable. And they really need just 51 now of the remaining 10 overs. So they don't need to panic at all. They just keep rotating the strike. The runs will come unless and until there is a collapse. At the moment, it looks all in way of the Daredevils. Mohammad has started a new over. And this is pulled nicely into the gap, bisecting the 2 fielders. And this is run away into the fence. So that's Chetan's half century. What an innings it's been. Complete composure. Once again pulled in front of square, bisecting the fielders on the boundary. The placement was immaculate. And Chetan brings up his half century and propels the score now to 92 for 3. Once again a full toss. Flighted delivery, but played back to the bowler. Mohammad Anik. First over his spell. And he was greeted with a boundary of the very first delivery. Once again, playing off the back foot, cutting it nicely. There is a fielder at the boundary. Just a single. The singles and twos will do it. They don't need to take any untoward risk because now only 46 are required. And they have a lot of balls to spare. Partnership of 52 now. This is a long hop. But the batsman not completely to the pitch of the ball. And they'll be happy that it's just gone for a single. The Starlets are a very young side. They will learn as they keep playing together. Once again stepping out. And this is hit way over the fielder. The long on fielder is just a mere spectator. And that's gone into the stands for 6. So Chetan is really now into his stride. Getting to the pitch of the ball and getting the distance. Lovely shot. 100 comes up with that 6. And the Daredevils are wanting to finish this early. This is once again played into the gap. There is no fielder there. Yes, he comes around. And 2 more to the total. So this has been a very productive over for the Daredevils. 14 coming off it, and after 11 overs, the Daredevils are motoring at 102 for 3. Raizal Nadir to continue his second over. 102 for 3 now, only 37 needed. This game will finish well before the 20 overs. And this will really boost the net run rate for the Daredevils. He starts off with a wide. Lovely shot. And I think he got a hand to it, but can't stop the single. 1 more to the total, 104 now. And even though the Starlets are way behind in this game, the energy is still there on the field. A lot of youngsters, including the bowler. Once again, played nicely into the gap. But the fielder will cut it off. And the throw comes in. Not before the batsmen have crossed over for 2 runs. So Chetan continuing in his merry ways. 61 now of 36. What a knock he has had. A strong contender for the player of the match. Chetan, the wicket-keeper. Once again, booming drive, but straight to the fielder. No damage done. A rare dot delivery. Raisal into his second over. He's gone for 19. He's not got any wickets as yet. Young teenager runs in hard. Once again, full toss. Pulled in front of square. That will go into the fence. And Chetan really showing his class. Pulling it from outside off into the vacant boundary for 4. So with that boundary, the Daredevils have moved up to 110 now for the loss of 3 wickets. And the partnership has blossomed to 69 now. Oh, losing his footing there, Raisal. Goes back to his bowling mark. We are in over number 12. And the current run rate is 9.4 runs an over. Asking rate is just 3.5. Once again, stepping out and playing it into the gap for 4. So Chetan is really turning it on here. And he wants to finish this game quickly. Again pulled in front of square for 4. This has been another expensive over for the Starlets. And the batting side have capitalized on some loose deliveries. 25 now needed. This is in the air, but falls short of the fielder. A single results. So another expensive over. And after 12 overs, the Daredevils are cantering at 115 for 3. We are well into the wee hours of the morning. 115 for 3. Sriyash now coming to bowl his third over. He's got an economical figure of 10 in his previous 2 overs. But nothing in the wickets column. Here's Sriyash. Once again pulled by Chetan into the vacant area for 4. So he is really placing this ball, bisecting that fielders. Once again hit in front of square. Similar shot a few overs back he played. And he's got the timing and the placement absolutely immaculate. He's gone up to 74. His team only needs 20. But he needs 26 for a century. Once again pulled nicely back through the bowler. Long off cuts it off. Just a single. One more to the total. 120 now. Just 19 needed. Seven overs after this. This is flared in again. Cut away hard for a single. Chetan is back on strike. He'll want to finish this in a canter. Once again stepping out and driving that to long off. The boundary rider will cut it off just for a single. One more to the total. 122 for 3. Sriyash into his third over of his spell. Oh, had he not touched that, it would have been a wide. But lucky that it didn't stick in the wicketkeeper's glove. There was an edge, but to no avail. Yeah, cutting it off the back foot. There is a fielder there. A single will result. And that's the end of 13th over. 8 coming off it, and the Daredevils 123 for 3. It's not been a very good bowling performance by the Starlets, apart from Pathak, who bowled his 3 overs for 18. All the other batsmen have gone for runs. And Nadir and Mohammad Anik have gone for 14 runs and over. The third wicket fell at the score of 41. And now they are at 123 for 3. So 82 have been added by this pair. And they really shut the door on the Starlets. Once again placed into the gap. Desperate dive. But to no avail, the single results. Raizal coming to bowl his third over. He's gone for 29 in his previous 2. It's been a very expensive spell from him. Once again, a lovely drive, but straight to the cover fielder. No damage done. 15 now needed in the remaining 6.4 overs. So this game is well and truly dusted as far as the Starlets are concerned. And the Daredevils would be very, very happy with the way they have approached this run chase. This is high in the air. There is a fielder coming under it. And he takes the catch. So Chetan's flamboyant innings comes to an end. He walks back to the pavilion. Starlet get their 4th wicket. But I feel it's a bit too late now. And Chetan has made sure that he's guided his team to the brink of victory. Walking back for a well-made 76 of 45. Gets applauded by the field, by his teammates. And the captain also, who's walking in now at the fall of his wicket, congratulates him. And really, he's been the backbone of the Daredevil innings. He was there when they lost 3 wickets. But he kept his composure and kept scoring runs. And really put his team in a commanding position to win this match. And have a very good run rate also, considering the fact that they only need 15. And they will not be they will not be playing the full quota of 20 overs. Raizal, against the run of play, gets a wicket. And the captain, Mohit Raghav, in fact, has walked into the crease with his team in a very, very strong position. Shakir is not out on 22. A runner ball 22 for him. Once again, cutting this very hard. The fielder got a hand to it, but can't restrict the single. Very sharp cut through point. There you see that. Fearsome cut. And though the point fielder dived, he still couldn't save the single. So now 125 for 4. 14 needed now to win this game. Once again, Raizal losing his step. Do we see some twists and turns in this game? I don't think so. This looks to be a very, very straightforward win for Daredevils. Even though they're just 14 more needed. Trying to heave that. It's the top off of the bat and the ball bounces back to the bowler. 125 for 4. Oh, this is over the wicket head. There is a chase. And they cut it off inside the boundary. A single results. One more to the total. 126 for 4. 14 overs have been completed. And 13 readed of the last 6 overs. Welcome back. 126 for 4. 13 are required. 6 overs to go. Shakir batting on 23 now. And Jaitidya now is bowling his final over of his spell. He's got 2 for 29. Tried to cut that, but the ball hit the top of the bat and bounced off. No damage done. No addition to the total. 126 for 4. Tomorrow we have a triple header. On Sunday, matches will start in early afternoon. And then we've got another game at around about 5 o'clock and then the evening match. So we look forward to your company tomorrow. In the meantime, Jaitidya is trying to prolong this game as much as possible. But the result is almost inevitable now. With just 13 needed. Once again hitting the toe end of the bat. But still the batsman managed to get a single. One more to the total. 127 now for 4. Which brings the captain on strike, Mohit Raghav. And he'll be a very happy man today, considering the fact that he lost the toss. But everything else has gone his way. Restrict the opposition to 138. And then making sure that his batsmen came to the party and made a significant contribution to ensure that this run chase did not have too much of hiccups. Beaten all ends up, trying to push this one, playing away from the body. And in the end, the ball beating him and collected safely by the wicketkeeper. Jaitidya, it's not a bad spell, considering the fact that there was a big partnership. This is his 4th over, the last over of his spell. 2 more balls going. And he's bowled pretty well. There's a quick call by the captain. There is an overthrow. Unnecessary. They just needed to throw it back to the wicketkeeper because the run had already been completed, which results in an extra run. 2 runs to the total now, 129. Just a mere 10 required. Can the captain finish it in style? There are 5 more overs remaining after this. So this is definitely going to affect the run rate of the batting side. Here's Jaitidya. Oh, the uneven bounce. Has he been beaten by the bounce? 4 byes signalled by the umpire. And that's the end of the 15th over. So just 6 runs required and the Daredevils are cantering home.
Alright, so 6 runs required for victory. Mohammad Ani comes into the attack. Shakir Haidru, 24-27 has been a very, very good innings. Can he try and finish things off in this over? It's been a very good performance by the Daredevils. They've been extremely good with the ball. Now with the bat. Mohit Raghav, the skipper, on the other end. Usually likes to open the batting. This time coming at number 6. Oh, that was slightly in the air. So the Daredevils are happy to take their time. Plenty of time remaining. 4.5 overs after this ball. Too short. Pulled behind square, but there is a fielder in the deeper single. So Mohit Raghav, now the skipper, gets on strike. Can he finish things off in style? So 5 runs required for victory. Can he get a maximum? Just 1 hit away now. The Daredevils from victory. He swept that. It's in the air. It's running away to the boundary towards the fine leg ridge. And can the fielder stop it off? No, he cannot. So boundary here now. And the scores are now levelled. Good shot there by skipper Mohit Raghav. He sweeps that behind square. So just 1 run away from victory. The skipper's got an opportunity to hit the winning runs. He's got 2 more balls in this over to do that. Mohit Raghav. So here comes Mohammad Anik. Short and wide. Dot ball. Mohit Raghav trying to pierce that offside field. All the fielders saving 1 inside the circle. That's a big shot and he's got it into the gap. And that's victory for the Daredevils. They've done it in style. Win by 6 wickets. And with over 4 overs to spare. So that's a brilliant performance by the men in blue. It certainly has been very cynical to say the least. And the skipper Mohit Raghav coming and finishing things off in style. Very good performance by the Daredevils. Another victory for them in the tournament. They've been brilliant throughout here in this phase 2 of the ICC Arabian Cricket League. Winning by 6 wickets. The DCC Starlets were spare a thought for them because they have certainly been at the receiving end. Been quite a challenge with a lot of youngsters in their lineup, so they can only get better from here. It's been a good learning curve going up against some of the top teams here in the domestic circuit. The DCC Starlets, unfortunately, perhaps maybe about 30 to 40 runs short, I'd say. But take nothing away from the Daredevils. They played very good cricket. Very well bowled initially. Made sure that they limited the DCC Starlets to 138. So that's the story. Hari Prashant getting a start, not pushing on. Kiran Naidu not troubling the scorers, but it was that man, Chetan Bist. What a tournament he's having. 76 of 45 here. A brilliant knock, making sure that the Daredevils were truly and thoroughly beating the DCC Starlets. Shakir Haidur remained 25 unbeaten and Mohit Raghav also on 11 unbeaten. So for the DCC Starlets, 2 wickets for Jaiditya Malik, one apiece for Angad Nehru and Raizal Nadir. But not enough, 11 extras. Just not sufficient to get them over the line. So we'll just have a quick look at the highlights. So this is how things started. Hari Prashant, he's been one of the top performers in the tournament. He's been in very good form. It's a brilliant 6. This was the wicket. Tried to go over the point region, gets caught there in the deep. And then this is another wicket that fell, trying to get a boundary and getting a top edge. And this is what, after that, the wickets kept falling in regular intervals. That was a very good catch at point, flying through. But then since then, the batters have just steadied the ship beautifully. Just made sure that they not leave any room for them to falter or give the Starlets any opportunity to get back into the game. So continuous boundaries thereafter. And that was the last shot by the skipper to get the winning run. So excellent performance by the Daredevils. Well, stay tuned because it's going to be my co-commentator Cyrus who will be out with the presentation shortly. And before we get to the presentation, I'd like to quickly go through the summary. So the DCC Starlet, the Shane Sandana, a struggle, 39 of 42. Shival Bava, good knock, 26 of 15. Ramesh Shazza, 24-23. Nobody going on to make a big score. A good performance with the ball by Sumit. 13 runs, 2 wickets. 2 wickets apiece for Harjinder Singh and Shazeb Khan as well. And in response, the Daredevils scoring 142 in 16 overs. Chetan with a brilliant 76 of 45. And then Shakir Haidru and Hari Prashant, 25 of 30. Hari Prashant, 14. And Mohit Raghav right there towards the end, coming and cleaning things up. 2 wickets for Jaiditya, 1 apiece for Angad and Raidu. So let's go. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be with the presentation with Cyrus. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation for the match number 13, which was played at the Arabian Cricket League between DCC Starlets and Dubai Daredevils. Before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsors for their support towards the tournament organizer ICCA Academy, streaming partner FanCode, support sponsor 7 Districts, YouTube streaming partner Cricfit, and our broadcast and event partner Sport Ethics. Match number 13, DCC Starlets won the toss and elected to bowl, and they scored 138 for 8 in their first innings, and that was easily chased by Daredevils in 16 overs, 142 for 4. I have the match referee Iftikhar Ali to do the honours and hand over Arsuk.com player of the match to the wicketkeeper Chetan Bisht. Chetan, 76 of 45 deliveries, 10 fours and 1 6, and he has affected 2 catches also. Well done, Chetan. Congratulations. You came in at a time when you lost both your openers. What was going through your mind?
Yeah, that was a tough situation for us. So I thought I'm going to play grounded shots initially. Then once I get set, I started playing my shots.
Did you find any change in the wicket batting second?
No, I would like to thank the groundsman and the ICC Academy who prepared such good wickets here, and I would love to come here again